coming to you live on your chin. Oh, kid. Oh. This is the Going Deep Show.
Good morning, dum-dum.
Mentally retarded. Fighting for the powers of evil because good is dumb. It's Going Deep Show time. Hi, everybody. It's me. It's me and the wonderful man, Mr. Clean.
Howdy ho, everybody.
Mr. Clean is rid of dead and common bitches, just a man, Mr. Clean. I got your whole thing going on over here.
I know.
Funky. You know what that reminds me of? Pee-wee's Playhouse. Remember that show?
It kind of reminded me of Max Headroom, too.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse used to have this thing called Conky.
Oh, I actually think I remember that.
Do you remember Conky?
I think so.
Showing our age, Clean. All these little motherfucking kids don't know about Pee-wee.
Right, there's Pee-wee's Playhouse right there.
Pee-wee loves to jerk off. That's why we love our Pee-wees. We do. We love Pee-wee and his jerk off habits. He was like, when that happened, I remember seeing Pee-wee, like with his long hair and shit. It's like, that's not Pee-wee. You know what I'm saying? You're a kid, you see.
Where's his suit?
It's like seeing the guy with the Barney head, like off.
Yeah.
Just like, what's up, smoking a cigar? Like, oh, Barney, no. Why?
Why aren't you purple anymore?
You know, your childhood innocence, poof, and gone right there and then and there. You gotta love
I think
that
that's
shit.
where Kim Kardashian got the idea of the big ass, because Barney had the big ass.
I like that. My youth went away in two different places. The first was when I saw the Return of the Jedi back in the day. And when we
Luke, I am your father.
When we came out of the State Theater in Bay City here, Darth Vader was there.
Oh, really?
Darth Vader was there in the flesh. I was like, oh, Darth Vader. And then I went around to the back of Darth Vader, and Darth Vader had a fucking mullet.
Oh, you had a mullet?
That will ruin your childhood when Darth Vader has a fucking mullet, dude. Seriously, don't let your Darth Vader have a fucking mullet. You know, that'll wreck you. Well,
that's true.
The second thing that ruined my childhood was my babysitter sucking my dick.
No, that'll
ruin it.
That'll ruin it and enhance it at the same time.
That'll take your youth.
That'll take your youth away, but make you a man.
Your innocence, poof, and gone. How do we get on this shit already? We're just fucking kicking on all cylinders here.
Seriously, at that young age, you had to wait a long time to get your Peter sucked again.
I know it.
Unless you had your babysitter quit a bit.
Let me try to remember here on how it worked out.
We should call up your babysitter, see if she'll blow you in studio.
She really liked to show me her titties. That was her thing. She had the big old titties.
Maybe she wants to suck the male version nowadays. You should hit her up.
No. She was a bloated Jabba the fucking Hutt, dude. She was.
Those are the ones that hoover the best, though.
But here's the thing about it, though. They were the big guns. It kind of set the pace for the rest of my existence here with the big gun department. You know what I mean? It's only until recently that I've appreciated all shapes and sizes. Okay, you know, you get into the things that turn you on, the things that don't turn you on, and you're like, why did I let this fucking big titted bitch fucking set the pace for the rest of my life? You know, I mean, Clean, you've probably run into this instance.
Well, yeah. It's like kind of like your first chick you nail, kind of.
Oh yeah,
set your body tone almost, you know. Like,
yeah, here's the thing that's really messed up about that in this case. Not to get all seriousness on this, but that kind of stuff does establish what you're into, what you like, what you don't like, where you kind of gravitate towards.
It kind of does.
So if you're a child who gets you get molested by a family member, or you get some type of weirdness that happens from a male or a female,
right?
With it, that sets the pace for what you kind of become. Down the road, that's the only explanation for my sick, twisted fucking mind. Let's be real. Which I can't say that it's like I can't say I'm like ashamed of it. I've become the monster that I am because of it. So. You know, it's just, It is. It becomes this real part of you, and then you become this beast of a fucking person, and this is you. This is you. I tell people this all the time.
Hey, at least you have an excuse.
There's excuses.
I don't have an excuse. I've never had anybody molest me or anything like that. I just grew up a perv.
You know, I've always had girls who like really, really liked me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had JMac and I've had this conversation over the years about how there's some people in the world who will never get the amount of adoration, love, attention that I've even had in just a tiny portion of my life and existence. I mean, it's very true. I've been to places where I don't know anyone. I'm not acquainted with anybody at a place. I walk in, I sit down, and I have had women come up to me. It hit on me. I don't think I do a lot of the, during those moments when I've been kind of a free person, I don't find myself being the one who's like, I'm going to try to hit on that person.
So initiate.
I let them gravitate towards me.
There you go.
I remember this one instance. We were at a friend of ours. I'll mention their names later on because I don't think they want to be involved on this whole thing. We went to their house. 2 kids, father, had a couple of other people over. One was an attractive black lady. I was sitting on a couch. And she immediately comes over and sits next to me. Immediately. Like without hesitation. Boom. Comes over, just poof, sits next to me. I'm like, this is a little different. It's a little weird. We're just kind of sitting, hanging out, watching TV.
You had that cool vibe. She wanted to sit by you, huh?
She comes over, sits, and doesn't say a word to me. The first words that come out of her mouth, you are gorgeous.
Wow.
First words that come out of her mouth. And she looks at me like that. I turn to her, I look her dead in the face. I'm like, I was shocked at what she said. And she was not. This is one of the things that I think I have to tip my cap towards the African American race. There, man,
they're very forward.
They're forward as hell. They know what they want. They see it. They're gonna tell you what they're feeling. They're gonna let you know.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans are like that too.
Puerto Ricans are.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yeah, I had this Puerto Rican chick I was banging for a while, and she came on to me.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate that. I like when the girl makes the first move, when you don't got to like coax them into anything, when they're the ones being the ones that are doing this stuff. That's something about that kind of gets me going, Clarence. Gets me going. That was nasty, everybody. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the program. We want to encourage everybody, okay? We don't do this very often. Head over to the GDS.com. The website's there. It's got all those older shows and things in there. Tons of stuff. I think right now, the archive currently at the way that it is from the GDS.com, you can get to 100 episodes right now. Probably 100 episodes out of the 1,600. And if you're lucky enough, you can find where the little buttons are to get to the back catalog still. I've been in communication back and forth with our server, and I don't think anybody can understand the legwork and the things that have to go into closing off 1,600 plus files in a lot of episodes and things like this. But we definitely want people to go check it out at the GDS.com. You can see what it's about. We have, I don't know if there's a lot of photo galleries and stuff like that. I've been starting to gobble all that up into our new VIP area, the Fallen.
Well, if you can't find anything, you can also check out the merchandise store that we have. Check
the merch store. Also, feel free to email us and let us know what you're looking for. We've had people email us before. Kid and Clean, you guys did a show years ago where the paralyzer does a story about shitting his pants and he couldn't find a bathroom and he was on a date. You remember this? He was on a date for the first time. It's one of the best paralyzer stories. It really kind of exemplifies what the paralyzer and how he told stories. Remember how good he told stories?
He did tell stories.
He was such a great storyteller.
He had that slow pause, what do you call it?
His
methodic way of telling a story.
He drew you into the story. He made you want to hear the rest of the words.
But it was entertaining at the same time. It wasn't boring.
Good, and it's so sad that he's dead now. He died in a tragic accident. His beard. He had a really big beard last time I saw him. It was a huge beard.
Really?
He did.
Osama bin Laden style.
It was very Osama bin Laden style. If Osama bin Laden and Scott Recksteiner had a baby child and he was Puerto Rican, this is what he looked like. I have photos of him. I'm telling you, he was thick as shit. Thick as a motherfucker. Okay, Clean. We put on some pounds, a little bit, okay? Like I weighed myself the other day. What do you think I'm at? I got extra sweater layer on today. Clean's over here looking at you. You want me to stand up?
185.
I got to hold on to my package. I didn't put any underpants on today.
185. I don't want to see that part.
Clean doesn't want to see that junk. Here's the worst part about not putting underwear on. Accidentally leaving the barn door open. Don't do that.
That's true.
I thought about that as we were getting our beverages here set up today, and I was like, what if I what
The
if flies
only
down?
way you would know is when you walked outside and
You
it's
get,
cold.
you get a little draft.
You go, oh.
Right now, I weigh a whopping 194 pounds. I'm up. I'm up about 10 right now.
Yeah,
I got to get
pretty
down.
close. I said 185. I was fairly close.
So, but the paralyzer, he died in a tragic accident. He was jerking off to himself, telling the story of how he was in a hot tub with a naked Jabba the Hutt fat chick named Christmas.
Yeah.
And a guy, cleans over there jerking his microphone.
I know,
off.
I got excited about stories about Christmas.
I love these days when we just go off on a fucking tangent.
He delivered
I know.
his Santa bag that night.
He did it,
All over her back, I think it was, wasn't it? She fell asleep.
I have to preemptively tell something to people. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, we had a story of the most disturbing porn ever that I've ever witnessed.
That was pretty disturbing.
Now, Clean, you think that's disturbing?
Well, you get something worse, huh?
No, but what's even worse about that particular one? I'm going to tell you right now. The name of that porn was like something Peaches, Pretty Peaches, or Pretty Peach, or the girl's name in the movie was Peach something. Okay.
Oh, okay.
She had that kind of Dorothy Hamill.
Yeah, she did.
Fucking bowl cut look about her, but
Yeah,
she was cute and everything. But
She had a great body.
She was dumber than a box of fucking rocks. Okay, she was an idiot, and she plays dumb well on this thing. I found on X Hamster the entire movie. Okay, now that scene when they're getting in when that happens, where we describe her getting in the car accident, passing out, laying in a field, two guys come up to help her. And how do they help her? By loosening her clothes and sticking their dick in her.
Right.
Rape scene, awful, terribly awful, terrible, okay? That ain't shit compared to the rest of that fucking movie, okay?
Really?
That was the mildest scene in that fucking movie, okay?
Wow.
There was a scene, I shouldn't even tell you what it is. In fact, people, I'm going to hold up. We're going to save this for future because I want to bring it up on the screen. There were more things more twisted than that scene even in that movie. Probably out of every porn that I've ever watched in my life, whoever directed that porn either better be in fucking jail because this motherfucker is the sickest thing. It's like they sat down and wrote, well, what's all the sickest shit that we could possibly put in this thing? I'm serious. Clean. I'm serious. Let's just put it this way. There is a scene where I'm only going to give you a smidgen of what they're doing in this scene. There's a scene where they tie this chick up and a girl straddles her face against her will and takes her pussy lips and pulls them apart and like tries to smother this bitch with her fucking pussy lips.
Wow.
It's insanity. It's insanity, dude. I'm telling you. It was the sickest shit I watched every millisecond. It's crazy. Because this is being back to the artist. You see, I've never seen that before. How far can the bar be pushed? I tell JMac back in the day, and I'm sure you're the same way. When the internet happened, what can we find? Let's find fucking eels. Let's find eels squirting out of the asses of the fucking chick. Remember the time on the show, your old studio? Mm-hmm. What did we watch? We watched. It was some Japanese girl.
Did I watch was it Eels squirting out of her butt? Or did I show you the one where she was tied up with a rope and they poured a whole gallon of milk up her ass, gave her a milk enema, and they spun her on a rope and she was like a fucking lawn sprinkler.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is funny because it ties kind of into what I was describing.
It was all those old Shocking Asia things we used to watch.
Yep, but the one that always sticks out in my mind, we did one where they were just pretty much pouring eels into a chick's asshole.
Oh my God.
We watched this at your house, Clean, on your computer.
I forgot about it, though.
Clean, if that computer's still around, the bookmarks and the history that's in that fucking thing. Please tell me you haven't wiped that hard drive.
No, it's still all there.
Bring that motherfucker in here, dude. We can plug it in. We can see all the shit. We can see all Mr. Clean's like, all of his bookmarks from the olden days.
It would hold all the bookmarks too, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, dude. If you didn't clear the history, were you a clearing of history guy back in the day?
Not a lot.
I don't clear history at all. I don't got no time for that. I barely got the time to do the shit I want to do. Let it go back and cover my... Who covers their tracks? Who covers their tracks? I mean, why do you need to cover your tracks? That's fucking gay.
Right, exactly.
Don't cover your fucking tracks.
Yikes.
So we watched a video at your place years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We counted the eels going in because I think we were going to do like some shot. How many? You had to guess.
Oh.
I think Bob was with us. It definitely wasn't the show when the newspaper showed up to do it. Can you imagine that? What do you guys do here on your podcast?
Well, we count how many eels go up a chick's ass.
You're not going to believe it or not, but tonight is eel count night.
You're lucky because we had an Asian chick at the time.
This is perfect. Yeah.
Did we have an Asian photographer?
I think she was.
Or interviewer?
She was. Yeah, I think she had some type of Asian heritage.
That would have been perfect.
She's like, "Are you familiar with this?" She goes, "That's my video. I did that. That's me.
No, let's do it live in studio.
That's me with the eel. Little do you know, there's 4 eels still in there. I got the eel right now." She bends over, just shoots it across the room.
I don't think I'd want to touch an eel. Even more so if it shot out of somebody's ass.
Well, I think they were just baby eels, Clean. They were just itty bitty baby. Those aren't the ones with stingers, are they?
They have teeth usually, don't they? They usually have teeth.
Oh
I think.
God,
eels.
they could have shredded that.
And then they had
butthole.
Good thing it wasn't electric eels.
Electric Eel. That's a good name for a band. Now opening their Tool, the Electric Eel. This would have been an interesting thing to show how the girl who came to do the photo shoot for us for the news article probably would have turned and got the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It was we still have to find this article, everybody.
I know I have it somewhere. I just can't remember where I put it.
Yeah. We were in the newspaper years ago. We talk about this from time to time to reminisce and to prove to everyone, not that the fucking 18 years worth of this dumb shit that we've done here isn't enough to prove to you people that, you know, I was telling Clean before he got here, I don't tell anybody about the podcast. Don't care to. We have enough listeners right now. We have enough people tuned in. We have enough loyal people from the past and who know about the show. We had some people who came in here the other day to do a new music show that we're hosting here and recording here and helping to launch here. As soon as the guy saw the logo, I know here. I've seen that. I know what that is. You know, the guy. They saw the logo.
Oh, that's cool.
They see it. They're like, "Oh, this is great. I've always wondered what this is or what that is. I've seen that and things like this." I was at the Coonan's a couple weeks ago. Guy walks up to me. "Hey man, I watched you guys this morning." You know, it's like,
oh, that's awesome.
You know, so it's not like I like keeping it down the down low. I like keeping this little kind of like hidden thing. If people find it, they know it. There it is. That's what it is. The reason I have an alternative reason for not telling anybody about the fucking show now. It's because every dipshit who's got a phone and has the Anchor app thinks they're a fucking podcaster. I've got 4 episodes. I've spent at least, God forbid, 12 hours working on my show. Oh God. I can't even believe it. I have a podcast now. Every dipshit. My brother has a fucking podcast for his church, for his school crap. Mm. You know, he does his thing, and that's fine. I got it for teachers. For some things, yes, it's useful. You got to stick with this shit, though. You can't be a podcaster and then pod fade is what they call it. They call you a pod fader. Now, from time to time, over the course of the existence of this show, there's been instances where it's like we go through these lulls, but the show has continued and trudged along throughout all the ups and the downs. But you got to have this intestinal fortitude, as the Gorilla Monsoon would say back in the day. Remember Gorilla and his monsooniness?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You got to be stupid enough to keep fucking going on with this stuff, right, Clean? And just wanting to hang out with your friends. Clean comes over. He's like, I want to drink. Where can I drink? Alone? In my room.
Or drink with my friends that like to drink.
Or I could drink alone
and
in
talk shit.
Studio. Yeah. Talk about our babysitters sucking our dicks and shit. That's how we do it here in the show. I love these episodes over.
I'm glad my babysitters didn't suck my dick because they were all my aunts.
They were all your aunts? Oh, man. I don't know. I've seen some hot taboos, man. The taboo action. Taboos. Ugh. Dude, that Kay Parker. Jesus Christ. Shogun's.
Yeah. You got to thank for Kay Parker, man. I'm telling you.
I don't even think it's her in particular. It's just that like upper part of her, that whole top part. Where the boob bags are.
I haven't seen Kay Parker in years. I got to go check her out later on.
Here's the thing.
I'm having an intimate moment with myself.
Go to X Hamster, everybody. There's the Taboo series. It's all there. Oh, Taboo original. Have you seen the original?
I've seen. There was a lot of series. There was a lot of
2 and 3.
taboos.
I've really only watched 2 and 3. Oh. The original one is on Hamster though.
I think there's like Taboo 1 through 30 or something. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them.
There is 1 through 30.
There's a lot of Taboo.
30.
There's like a lot of Taboo series. Seriously.
Oh, shit.
They ran that for quite a few years.
It's quite popular for reasons I do not understand.
It was popular ahead of time.
Well, I think, yeah, because that kind of ties into what they say on Pornhub is the big one, which is the step mommy.
Well, yeah, because it's all like that was all like
It's fucking crazy.
That was like popular back in the day, and now it's popular again. See, it all comes around.
Back then, how do you convince these chicks? I mean, obviously they're not banging their real fucking relatives or whatever it is, which makes it. But it's just the imagination of. Again, this I'm telling you, dude.
Man, it's easy. Coke's a great drug.
Well,
that was happening a lot back then.
Back then, there's a quite a good formula to it. Not a good formula, but a consistent formula. Those older shows, those older adult porn entertainment shows, were very much okay, guys. We need to have a orgy scene. It's got to be some type of crazy orgy scene. It's got to be a lesbo scene. There's got to be. They sat down. They wrote it out. They figured out. Here's our formula. Here's what's going on. Here's who's going to occupy this. Who's going to occupy that. Fucking nuts. Fucking nuts and craziness, man. I have some shit I wanted to get to. Episode. I tell you this right now. We're on episode 1676. Getting close to our St. Patrick's Day show. Okay, if you can believe it or not. Everybody who hears us live here, they know we record these live. But they come out down the road. So if you want to participate in stuff like that,
you get the live version and the audio.
We encourage you to go and check out the website where you can see the most up-to-date and current versions of this, or listen to us at 8hol.com while we record them. That's always the funnest part is the live stuff. We get some feedback while we're kicking it live here in the studio. I went out in public the other day for one of the first times in a long time. We actually took the kids roller skating.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think of this shit? Roller skating clean. When's the last time you were on fucking wheels?
Not that long ago.
What?
Yeah. I used to work as a rink guard years ago. My daughter and I used to go roller skating quite a bit. Almost every time she'd come in for many, many years. She has her own skates. I have my own skates.
Yeah, so it was interesting. It's the first time probably in like 5 years I've been on these fucking skates. Yeah. And my lower back started getting all fucking tingly and tight.
It's been about a year or two for me.
So Endo was with the kid and I. And she is just, man, her body is just insanity as she's skating around and shit like that. She's a line dancer from years past. She can move. She's got the moves, you know what I mean? So she's skating backwards and forwards and doing all sorts of crazy shit. It's fucking great. I loved it. I was just like, I'm going to go slow behind you. Just keep on going ahead. I'm trying to keep this boner down. But we were probably one of only, I would say 4 or 5 like grown adults on the old rink there. It was something that I haven't done in a long time. And when it was brought to our attention, like my kids, like, I don't want to go on roller skating. Can I go? I'm like, yeah. So I look at it and I'm like, so we're gonna go to her. And she mentioned it. She's like, I might want to do that. I'm like, let's fucking go, man.
That's awesome.
And I didn't break myself.
There you go.
I was afraid to break myself. But it was weird to be around that many fucking people. We were masked. Everybody was masked up. There were a couple of dumb cunts that are not masked up who, you know, they're like, I don't give a shit if I die or I kill somebody. It's like, because I'm courteous and I think about others. That's what, I mean, that was a rationale, I think. You know, that's how it works. But it was, the other thing I wanted to bring up, it was like a couple of hours long. So there's no way I'm going for a fucking couple hours. I'll go for like 45 minutes, hour. You know, I don't got like 2 hours, almost 3 hours into like roller skating. It's just not gonna happen. Okay. So we're like, okay, let's go get something to fucking eat. So we went to Uno's here in town.
Yeah,
not an ad. We went to Uno's, and it was weird to like the waitress with the fucking masks and things like this, but I had an instance, something happened there that was really, really weird to me that I had not, since you haven't seen anybody in a long time.
She didn't have any panties on?
I wish.
No,
she wasn't.
Shorts,
no, she was, I couldn't, you can't tell if anyone's attractive or not anymore because they cover their whole fucking face.
I know, it's like a mystery fuck.
It's like, can you put your mask back on, please? You're not that good looking. Your eyeballs look great though. And they're going to look great when I all over there.
Yeah,
but
beautiful eyes. They cover that shit up.
No, this couple comes in, older couple. They go sit in the distance, you know, off within my view, and I don't pay any attention. And I hear the guy start talking, and I immediately close my eyes. I'm like, I know that fucking voice. I know that voice. It was one of my close friends' dads from high school. Oh, wow. I haven't seen this motherfucker since he was like coaching fucking baseball and shit like 20 fucking years ago, right?
Oh, wow.
Your voice doesn't change all that much. He sounded like dead on, same exact fucking person. But I look over there at him. I'm like, holy shit. I said, Jesus Christ. I mean, you look the same, just with gray hair. But the woman he was with, who was this smoking hot mom, one of them. You ever had one of them smoking hot moms, Clean?
She got fucking hit, huh?
She didn't get, I wouldn't say hit. She wasn't hit. She just became like Angela Lansbury from fucking, she was like old.
Yeah, she aged.
Guys, even him, he looked the same. But he looked exactly the same.
Just with gray hair.
Just with gray hair.
Yeah.
She went from smoking hot mom to bifocal glasses hanging off her nose, wrinkles around the face, hair from like looking awesome to like a little bobby cut that all the old ladies get.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I was shocked. In fact, it made me think that wasn't who I thought it was, but I knew who the fuck it was. I was like, I was like, oh, that's him for sure. Oh yeah, I can't deny that. That's the guy. But he was sitting across from what you would be like, oh yeah, I remember he had a hot mom wife. And you look across and I'm like, that ain't no hot mom wife. Is he out with grandma tonight?
Oh, that bad, huh?
Is he out with grandma tonight? I was like, This is the struggles with the genders, man.
Yeah, it can be. It very well can be.
You got to tip your cap.
Times.
I say this all the time. Tip your cap to the ladies. They got to try to hold that shit together.
Yeah, it's rough. We age a lot more gracefully. Unfortunately for us and them both.
We can decide to do some shit to cover up our flaws a bit more than the women can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If
I get wrinkled up here, I'll let my hair fucking grow crazy long. I'll chub up a little. I'll get a little chubby. You know what I'm saying? When I'm thin and skinny, man, my face gets all like Crypt Keeper and shit. If I feel like covering half my face with a fucking beard, I can do that.
Just eat more.
Just eat more. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just fucking eat.
Yeah.
A little more crustachiness.
No, just get a little fatter. It fills out your face.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Yeah, you get so clean. I was looking at pictures of you from like fucking a decade ago. You don't look any fucking different. It's fucking craziness. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. The other thing that was fucking crazy, we went to Barnes and Noble and fucking Saginaw, and like that Five Below place. We walked in there. There was a chick inside of the Five Below.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Endo looks over. She's like, "Look at her eyebrows." Okay,
fucking just crazy, huh?
The eyebrows on these chicks, they get
like crazy thick or like over.
They were painted on.
Oh,
they
so
were gone, and then she went back and did the old freaking graffiti artist on her head, on her face. And it was so bad. But what made it even funnier was the fact that I was talking to her as we're walking in, and I take a quick glance over, and then I go over to her, and I, not to the girl, no, I say, "Come here for a second. Let me hold your head." And I pretended like I went spray painted across her eyes, and I turn and I look, and the chick is watching me do it. She knew we were making fun of her. She knew it. So bad. It was so bad. I hate when you get caught like that, and you get caught making fun of people. People never can like that. They just can't appreciate the fact that you're making an asshole. You're goddamn right. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean it. You
didn't mean to get caught. Literally.
I literally got caught.
That was perfect timing.
I did. I literally did. Clean man, what's happening, brother? It's good to see you.
Not a whole lot, man. This apple pie tastes delicious.
I love apple with whipped cream. It's the greatest. Whipped cream apple pie. A little hot.
Yeah.
It only leads to this later on, though.
Wow.
Hey, Brim the Kid. Mr. Clean, let's do some final words, man. Let's wrap this fucking shit.
Yeah, as usual, clean it if it's dirty. And you know what? If it's dirty, you better use more wipe or stick two fingers in it and just give yourself the dirty Sanchez.
It's awesome.
Embrace it. You tell them, Hammer.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. This show is specifically for us.
It's not for everybody.
If you want to reach out to us, give us a little shout. Studio at Goin Deep Show, GoinDeepShow.com. You can also watch us live on YouTube. You can also watch us live on Twitch. You can also watch us live on Periscope. You can also, I don't know, I was thinking about going to Instagram live today, but I only have 2 hands, and most of the time they're itching my balls. Right, Glenn?
No, just don't sniff your fingers during the show.
Oh, and that's for Endo. Endo loves sniffing them fingers. She does. For the rest of the Going Deep Show crew, I'm the Kid. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Chill!